E3 is but days away and the rumour mill is now abuzz with what may or may not be. And if we're to believe Internet 4 and 4chan, a place where hopes and dreams go to die, Bethesda has quite the big announcements for its press conference during the big event. And what would this be? Well, we all know that everyone loves Fallout much like everybody loves the Elder Scrolls. They're open world games like no other and in many ways have been at the forefront of the genre for years. Oblivion especially opened up millions of people's eyes to what the developer was all about, and that came out in 2006, which means it's now 11 years old, which is hilarious because it means I'm ancient now. That is quite the run though, especially because everything following that has been met with cheers from the audience. Skyrim, New Vegas, Fallout 4. Sure, they all belong to two very specific franchises, but it's been working. If something works, keep making it work. Apparently that's all about to change, however, and it better change in more ways than one. If the rumours are to be believed, Bethesda will turn their attentions to the sci-fi world at E3 with Starfield, which in short is Fallout in space. Taking place in that universe, but in the far future, you're going to have loads of races, star travel, and a hub world. Some of these may even be randomly generated to try and win over Minecraft fans, even though that sounds absolutely ridiculous. The name has been trademarked by ZeniMax, Bethesda's parent company, way back when, meaning there is some substance here, even if everything else makes you raise an eyebrow and go, really? At this stage, it does seem a bit more pipe dream than reality. With that said, mind, it does bring up an interesting point for Bethesda going forward. Obviously, it is going to have some announcements during its press conference. If it didn't, it would be a giant waste of time. And while Fallout 4 VR is all but confirmed, we still need more than that. That isn't getting anyone overly excited, as cool as it will probably be. That means a new open world game is likely, and it's here where Bethesda needs to make sweeping changes. As good and as successful as Fallout and the Elder Scrolls are, I think it's fair to say the template is done. Fallout 4 was great, but having to go through that grind again really started to feel like hard work. And that's not because it was bad, it's just been done to death. So if Bethesda is ready to show off a new open world game that doesn't follow the expected franchises, make sure you go the whole way and introduce us to a different way to play too. At this stage, having to go through that same wash, rinse, repeat feels like too much, and that's multiplied when these different worlds do have similar traits. Because let's be honest, sometimes Fallout does feel like the Elder Scrolls only with nuclear war worked in. The foundations are identical. It's not like this was ever a problem. But revisiting that engine and that approach and utterly rewriting it is the only way to ensure serious fatigue doesn't set in. It's wonderful that the company is embracing things like Prey and Dishonored, but this now needs to bleed into everything else. Do you know how exciting it would be if the developer did show off Starfield and it was clearly a Bethesda-made concept but completely shook up their plans? It would be huge because the kings are resetting the table. And yeah, the new setting may be enough because it's not like space has ever been treated like Fallout or the Elder Scrolls are, but those connections are still going to be clearer than someone pretending to like Dark Souls. It'll be well too transparent and will soon fall back into a pattern which, for my money, is most definitely done. Most people would probably prefer the engine itself was just updated, and those weird bugs that often screw you over completely are eliminated forever. That would be good, because losing an entire save just because the game was upset sucks. And it sucks bad. That's not enough though. There is no way we can get another Fallout that's just the same again. Who wants that? I've seen enough super mutants and destroyed bridges, and I've stumbled across enough secret caves and trinkets. As a super fan of Oblivion and Fallout 3, and an appreciator of Skyrim and Fallout 4, I won't play another one because I know what to expect. I need something new. Admittedly, I'm no help because I couldn't tell you what that was, but randomized worlds and space travel sounds like a good start. Just don't litter it with nonchalant NPCs and talk to this guy, then talk to this guy. Now talk to this guy, and hey, then there's this guy quests. I can't do it anymore. I don't want to do it anymore. Even Call of Duty is trying something different this year, even if that's in theme more than anything else. But if there's even a chance of a new franchise, let's go all the way. The time is now. And of course, this means that E3 will just get a new announcement for the Elder Scrolls 5, and while it will look awesome, it'll be the same thing again. And then Fallout 5 will follow suit.